Hiya, hiya from Florida with long sleeves. We got that little breeze that came from the Northeast. Well, this is the month of January, and everybody loves to be in Florida in January. This is when we have that great weather. And I just got back from the West Coast. I was there for the Consumer Electronics Show where I experienced robotics. And no, that's aerobics. That's different. Robotics is artificial intelligence, which we've had for a long time in the White House. But, this is the artificial intelligence that is going to serve us well. People are now getting ready to do less. And why not? We're out of jobs. We might as well have somebody do all the work around the house. Why don't we have some? Hey, listen. You know what? I just stopped to think about. I think that's why I got married, was to have some artificial intelligence do all the work around the house. But I became the artificial intelligence, and now you know the rest of the story, don't you? You get a little old, and all of a sudden everything falls apart. But in the electronics world, boy, we're progressing. I mean, down here in Florida, I even have a walker that, what did it do for me today? The walker made toast. That's right. And I had wild sex with my blender. This is it. The electronics is marrying the public. Now, there's a big wall, and not the one that the president wants, but the one we should have. It's a wall that you walk by, and it gives you your age and your mood. It was on 60 Minutes the other day. I put it up on my Facebook about a week ago, but not as many people read my Facebook as watch CBS's shows. Well, it's questionable. Maybe I do get more tune-ins than they do. Anyhow, I have this big wall in front of me, and I'm standing in front of it, and it made me years younger. I'm going back to that wall. Oh, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the greatest jock of them all? Who is the greatest talk show host of them all? Who's the greatest? Man, it made me out. What was I, 58 years old or something like that? And it doesn't always get it right, but I got it good. So I did that, and then I went into that artificial cab. I had a driverless cab. I took that. I went on the Segway, which is the thing you steer with your knees. There's no handle. You don't hold on to anything. I did that. And the Germans. Now, get this. The wall is from China. The Germans have come up with a NASCAR car, and you put your hands on the steering wheel, and it tells you all about your stress and your level of confidence in your body, and your pulse, of course, and blood flow and everything else. So the Germans did that. The driverless cab came from the English. The Segway, I think, came from, I'm not sure, but I think it's Korea. And, we have all of these different nations. So it's not just one country. On 60 Minutes, they led us to believe that it was going to be everything in China. But it's not. It's everybody's contributing to this. We're all getting into this. There was an alarming report that we will have 40% less jobs in 10 years. Well, yeah, but they'll have, I don't know, we're going to die from the bird box. That's the movie with Sandra Bullock, where you wear your blindfold. Otherwise, if you take a blindfold off, you die. The disease that came from Iran or from North Korea, I don't know. It's the imagination of writers. We have to have it, but it's unbelievable. And news on television, you could tell they're out of news. They start talking about movies, like I did just now. When you talk about films or you talk about other TV shows, there's the Mary Poppins thing is back. Is Julie Andrews not well? But the Mary Poppins thing is back, and it should be redone for the drug culture. It should be Mary Poppers. Super careless, unrealistic, and you die from overdoses. Well, I must be out of news because I'm talking about film. It's a Reynolds Rap.